Hello! Today I'm going to be building a Nemesis Auger. By the way, I have a Discord, feel free to join, link is down below. Another quick disclaimer, I'm going to be moving house over the next week or so probably don't expect a video within the next week. If all goes to plan, then I should upload a week from now. So the components of this build, we're going to be using a cohort because cohort got a nice mass limit buff, same as mainframe now, so I want to show the cohort some love. Jackie, Odin, unfused Odin, mass Pegasus, and 3 Nemesis. We're also going to be using Chameleon and Power Unit. You can switch these around for Doppler, Verifier, whatever you want really, but I'm going to be using Power Unit and Chameleon Mark II. Also, this is going to be a backwards build. I probably shouldn't make my first Auger build a backwards build, but using cohort, you kind of need to have it backwards because of all these weird pins here. Anyway, let's get started with the frame. So to begin, we're going to grab a 1x6 light, chuck it around here somewhere, grab our cohort, and have, 2 pins out, I think. We'll do that for now. Grab a 2x5 and have it on cab. And then an 8x4, like that. Then we can grab another 8x4 and have it flush. Grab a 6x4. Then we'll grab a bunch of 1x8s and have it like this. I think there should be 2 pins in there. Then what we can do is grab our meat grinders and start slapping them on. I have those in line for now. If we need pins down there, we can move it around. Then we'll grab a Goliath and chuck it on the inside frame there. And that is probably our frame done. We can change some things if we need to, but for the most part, this is probably what our frame is going to look like. Then we can grab our components. So the Odin, we'll just chuck the Odin on here for now because it'll be under here somewhere. But we can grab we'd grab a bonnet and have a bonnet there, and then have the Odin on that. That's kind of what the idea is going to be, probably. I don't like that. So just because of the Odin needing to be there, if we did everything, I've kind of made it wider. So I'm going to go through what I've done. I think this is what we had. So we'll keep the bonnet down there. Get rid of these. Put this out a pin. Change that to a 2x6. Change this to a 2x5. Put that in there. Get rid of this. Make this, I think, a 1x6 we can do for now. Put this back here. Put that in there. And I think that's how we want it. The reason I'm doing it like this, having it on an extra frame instead of both being on that, is because when it's on that, that's very open. It's very easy to frame. And if I had this a 1x6 and had them close, then there's 3 pins here and then this frame is just hanging out. So I think it's best that we have it like this, and then chuck the Odin underneath, an extra pin like that. And because this will now be uneven, I'm gonna put this out an extra pin, and then we'll just grab our 6x4 again, and then our 1x8s again. We could maybe grab 2x8 lights, which, if you didn't know, the larger light version has more durability but the same mass. So a 1x8 heavy is 60 durability to 108 mass. The 2x8 light is 70 to 108, so kind of benefiting here. I think this will do for now. If we run into any other problems, then we'll fix them. Anyway, let's continue. Grab our Jackie. Now, I want to have a Nemesis under here, so we need a pin there. We need one there and one there. I think this is fine. There we go. Something like this. Then we'll grab our Pegasus, chuck it. I don't like using Pegasus. It's huge and it's annoying to work with, but I think we'll just have it like that for now. I'm not too sure the best way to have it. Power Unit can go there for now. I don't care. And the Chameleon can just be here. For now, we'll move it. And that is all of our modules. Also, I didn't mention, we'll of course be using Grizzly. Now we've got our frame done, at least what should be the frame. We can start with the actual build and armoring. think it's doing that because it can look under there, yeah. But if you do this, it probably can't. It's trying really fucking hard. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna run through what I've done. Pretty much, first thing is swap this bonnet around from a left one that was up in here like that to a right one, because we need pins here to help like block that. Grab an icebreaker and have it on the cab, have the long part facing out like that, and then grab 2 armored slabs and have them out like that, have 2 pins in between the gun, and then grab a ventilation outlet and chuck it like that. This just helps lock the guns like that. And underneath, to help lock this gun, because as you can see when I do that, it's not shooting, we can grab an excavator side cover and have it all the way back like that. And then on top of that bonnet, you can grab an elbow and have the flat part, maybe the other one, and then have the flat part like that. I think this should work. There you go. And now it's pretty much locked. It's locked up and it's locked down. Make sure this is 2 pins as well, not 3, because it starts scraping. And now we move on. So I'm not a big fan of just having augers bowled out like this and up here as well. So we're gonna add some stuff along here. So what we can do to start is grab a horo or something, chuck it like there, just to put something over the frame there. We can also grab a keen, chuck it on these 2 pins. I want something smaller in the middle there. You can, okay, you can have 2 pins in there. So we'll grab, well, that doesn't even have pins. Okay, so you can grab probably like, you can grab this. Since you can fit 2 in there, and that side doesn't even have pins anyway, you can just grab something like a truck fender. There for now, just something extra. Because the last thing you want is like something taken out of that frame, because that goes straight to the Odin pretty much. And then we'll keep moving around the side here. So usually what I do with these builds is you have the horo around here, but you know, I want to do something a little bit different. Alright, now we've got these mannequins down here. We can probably put the Pandora or ammo box of... Actually, we don't even need ammo. We can just use a blue with this. I forgot what Nemesis are like. You can just use 1 blue. You can have it down there. We can move it around if we need to. Now the side here, I don't know, it was kind of just spamming. You kind of want this to be dense. It doesn't matter too much here. The only reason I've got this here is for this frame. It's sort of here you don't want to get jackied in one shot by a scorp. So you want this stuff to be dense. Yeah, we'll go from here. Now, whenever I'm building these augers, I always, not struggle, but I take so long with the rear. It just confuses me. So I'm still going to leave that to the end. We'll go with armoring the weapons out here now and along there. And then we'll do that last. Middle one doesn't want to shoot. Okay, just so I get better angles, I've deleted those 2x8 lights, made them 1x8s, but moved them out a pin. Same with this, moved that all out a pin. just so I get more gun angles and I'm not getting caught on that Goliath there. But for the actual armor, I'm not sure how I want to do this. Alrighty. Okay, I think I'm happy with this as the gun armor. I've made sure that all the guns are locked pretty equally. There's probably more I could do to that bottom one, but I'm fine with just having a buggy corner there. And then we'll go to armoring all this stuff. So for these augers, I tend to like putting something like a mempo out here. As long as it doesn't get locked. If it doesn't, so yeah, we'll keep a mempo out there. You can grab a flaming one. Put it there. And then we'll have something like this. Right, and then you can grab panel arches. And then you can just put like filler things in here. I've taken something out. Taken two things out actually, hold on. Bro, when did I take the Pegasus out? Hold on, dude. I don't remember taking that out. Something like this is fine. It's just extra armor on top of the Goliath. If you're using a Goliath, you can't make this as dense as other augers, but something like this is fine. Yeah, I didn't realize how many parts I have been using. So we're going to redo this and make this a lot smaller than what it is. We should probably also redo this as well. We can just get rid of that for now. Like in here, we can just do these parts. If you have it on the Goliath's perk gives more things durability, so. It's probably better to have this towards here. And then on the front there, you can just have even a phantom fender, something like that. Even then, we're running out of parts pretty quickly. Let's do this. Where'd my other one go? We'll do this. I can remove parts. I can remove that, put the horror on like this. Give us another part. Still got 5 parts, so we probably can do something like man, I'm really coming short on parts, aren't I? Yeah, let's see if I can do this. Use some of the better parts over there. Okay, that works well enough. Swap that elbow out for a bonnet. So I'm not too worried about like running out of parts. It's just there's more parts that I want to use, like the bonnets and stuff. You can also use bonnets down here as well. Now, I don't think that'll work, will it? It does, okay. There we go. I want that bonnet on the Goliath so we get the extra durability on it. Now I'm not too worried, because we've used most of the good parts. We could do this. That's 80. You can just have something like that. We're not at mass or tonnage. So this is probably the build done. Obviously I'm going to paint it. This video is a bit different than normal. I sort of wanted you guys to see my trial and error process that I take usually, instead of me doing it off camera and then just showing you what I've come up with. Then you can sort of see my thought process and why I've done some parts instead of others, kind of thing. This isn't at mass, but you know, I have a mass fuse keen, mass fuse power unit. So once you take out these mass things, it'll be at like tonnage, mass, whatever. Probably move that horror over a pin. So it's 1 pin on that. Just any sort of protection for that frame would help. Yeah, I think this is build done. There might be some things, some major things I'm forgetting. You can do a car jack, I guess. You don't really need it. You're probably not going to be flipping in this. Anyway, let's paint it. All right, and of course, make sure you do your keybinds. Oh my, okay. Power score difference is incredible. We are on EU servers. I don't like playing spiders in pubs. It's just pretty useless for the most part. So I don't imagine I'm gonna get very good footage. Bro, there's so many bots. This is just bot out, bro. Bro. I'm just getting fucked by bots, man. We're on Sect X on NA servers. I'm probably not going to play many matches with this because my power score is super high. The gameplay is boring and I don't want to spend 20 minutes in queue every match. Not 20, but I don't want to spend 5 minutes in queue every match just to slug around the map. So I'll play a few matches. It's always enemy bots or my bots that get in the way. It's always bots. Slugging around the map. Holy shit. Great. Just slugging around the map. This time we're on Clean Island on NA servers again. After I play these matches, I'm gonna fix the build up. I want to pin underneath or next to that Nemesis on the bottom. And I also want to move those Manicas on the top down or something. Nice build. Sorry, bro. You're probably like 12k power score, aren't you? 15, okay. Fucking bots, bro. Bro, I'm stuck on the Ripper. Yeah, I want to move these two mannequins maybe down a pin or two, move the sire, and I want to put like something in here, just because I don't like how bold this is. If I can put like something that's one pin in there, that'd be nice. If not, then who cares? Wait, this icebreaker should also be one pin out. I don't know why, I don't know when I put that back in a pin. Apparently I did. So that icebreaker should be one pin out as well. Now we're on East Quarter on the EU servers. Another lovely 5-minute queue. This will probably be one of my last matches. I might play 1, 2, maybe 3 more, depending on how queue times go. Then I'll fix the build up. Love getting shot by a bot. Well, those guys got slightly shit on, I'm not gonna lie. You know, usually spider gameplay in pubs is horrible, but this build, it's actually kind of fun, I'm not gonna lie. Broken Arrow, NA servers, let's get it. 12k power score, by the way. I'm literally double that guy's power score. Actually, no, I'm double my teammate's power score as well. Nice. I think I'm just gonna run straight down the center of the map. There's no bots, so I'm not just gonna get aimbotted to death. You don't really need a cloak on this, but I think if you were to use this in Claymores, you'd probably want a cloak or verifier. Peak heavy gameplay, that is. Oh. I'll play a few more. This is kind of fun, I'm gonna be honest. Alright, we're in Rock City this time, NA servers. 4 bots, 3 bots. Now I'm not just gonna monkey in there because I don't like just fighting bots and getting aimbotted by bots. Holy fuck, bro. Swarm is ridiculous. Bro. I've pretty much only taken damage to 2 swarm volleys, by the way. Swarm is still very strong, I see. This is actually nice. I want to test it against dogs more, not just other things. Brotherhood Stronghold on EU. I'm surprised we're not getting like we're actually getting map variation. Usually this game is just like the same map 4 times in a row. Is that a bot? Nope. That's a bot. back on NA servers on factory again. A map, we've got it before, but we had factory and then we had like 6 other maps, and now we're on factory again. It's good. Usually it's like Narcograd, 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 Sector X, Narcograd. Thank you. Okay, what is this bot doing, bro? Bro. Is he trolling me? Okay, this guy's like shitting on me. What is this guy doing, bro? Great. Bro, I just got stuck on his rippers. Okay, well, I was just talking about how we don't get the same map over and over again, but we just got factory again. I think this will be my last match on NA servers. No bots. Oh, 2 bots. 3 bots. Never mind. Oh, 3 people left. Great. Okay, I might play one more then if this map is just going to be if we're just going to walk through them in 20 seconds. I heard a swarm. Oh no. The swarm and most of their team. Okay, I'm still just getting shot by the whole team. Oh, this guy's reload is insane. Why is the bot shooting me?